President Trump touting deals across Asia as he prepares for his sit-down with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. He's already struck a pair of deals with Japan's new prime minister, including one that secures critical and rare earth minerals for the U.S. And he addressed troops stationed at a naval base near Tokyo. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey is live at the White House. Good morning, Tom. What are we hearing from the president on this leg of the trip?
Hey, Hannah, good morning from the White House. Look, it's already been a busy morning for President Donald Trump, holding all sorts of meetings and delivering a speech to military members in Japan. Trade has been a big focal point of this trip, and earlier this morning, President Trump describing Japan as a very strong ally.
We've made Japan a lot of money, that's okay, but they're a big investor in our country, and we like that. And I was just told by the Prime Minister that Toyota is going to be putting auto plants all over the United States to the tune of over $10 billion. So that's Toyota. So go out the Pacific or the Atlantic.
That speech took place aboard the USS George Washington, stationed in Japan, and almost felt like a campaign rally at times, with President Trump really touting American military power and recruiting numbers. Earlier in the day over in Japan, President Trump and Japan's Prime Minister met for a face-to-face meeting focusing on a $550 billion investment commitment from Japan earlier this year in return for more favorable tariff rates. They also signed an agreement for critical and rare earth minerals, a big priority for this trip, especially after China put restrictions on its exports of those critical and rare earth minerals. President Trump and the Prime Minister of Japan very much praising each other, and the White House even posted a picture to social media of the two leaders watching that late-night World Series game together. Hannah?
Wow, they managed to stay up, and I certainly didn't, Tom. All eyes now turning to Thursday's meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. What can we expect from the rest of this trip? I mean, so far, it's safe to say it's been a success.
Absolutely. So President Trump leaves Japan for South Korea tomorrow, and that's ahead of a meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping that no doubt the world will be watching. And much like the rest of this trip, trade and things like tariffs are going to be at the center of this meeting. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent recently saying China and the U.S. agreed to a successful framework on a trade deal involving the future of TikTok in the United States, as well as China putting off export restrictions on rare earth minerals. That deal may also involve China resuming buying big amounts of soybeans from U.S. farmers, which China stopped as a result of this trade dispute between the two sides. We also know that President Trump has plans to meet with South Korea's president, and big questions going around if President Trump may meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. He's raised the possibility of that happening, and of course, back in 2019, President Trump became the first sitting U.S. president to visit North Korea. Hannah?
I remember that iconic moment of both of them at the demilitarized zone. Tom Dempsey, thank you so much. Live at the White House for us. I'll talk to you in the next hour, my friend.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.